Hey, 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 we
Yeah.
are live. We are live. We live. Hey, y'all.
Hello, Melvin, Tanya.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Folk In.
Boom. We here. All right.
Welcome to Folk in the Room. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Couples conversation. I don't know why y'all like you don't know what you supposed to do. We've been doing this over a year now. We are here. It's your girl, Tanya Melvin Shanley. Mr. Melvin right here. And we are in couples conversations. He
Yes,
is
we
really
are.
trying it tonight. And we are a couple, and I love him, and he is really trying it tonight. Like he don't know what he's supposed to be doing. This is what's going on, y'all.
Now look right.
Hey,
Hey,
well,
hey,
I'm at the
hey.
Look.
airport. We a couple, but we separate because I'm in Austin, Texas, and he in El Paso.
Right. Oh, because you're on your way back from training and stuff.
I'm in the airport. You see the plane?
Look at that dedication. Look at that dedication, y'all. Look at that dedication.
So
I
I,
love it.
I just tell him like, come on, log in. I'm late. I just got off the phone with him. I'm like, come on, gotta be on
That's right.
time.
I 10 by 10. I 10 by 10. How did that
Right.
go? But yeah, we're
Uh,
having the but while we're waiting on him to come on, we'll keep on chopping it up a little bit. We are very excited again to have you all here with us tonight. Shout out to NSU. It's homecoming weekend. My sister class of 2013. Woo
hey,
woo.
hey,
I tell people
hey.
all the time. I say, I sweat. No. I literally say I bleed blue and white because I'm a graduate of Old Dominion, but I sweat green and gold because I started learning on the campus of Norfolk State at 8 years old. So the years of training and stuff, I don't have no degree from there, but I represent hard. I
Right.
represent. What's going on, G Money?
I'm trying to make it to the house so I won't be driving.
Okay.
Cherie was all on me. He's like, you're not gonna be driving at my CDL.
Well, welcome to Couples Conversation. You drive
Yeah.
safe. You keep your eyes on the road, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
You listen and talk, but keep them eyes on the road. But
Yep.
yeah, we were just giving Nova State a shout out. It's homecoming weekend here back at home. You know,
They lit
they're
right
in
now too.
Texas. Huh?
They lit right now too. I'm watching all the Facebook stories, and the pictures and seeing everything. They lit out there right now.
Yes. And we are very excited because we are doing TRS Kids. My kids group is doing the first parade, the first Norfolk State homecoming parade, their first parade ever. So we are very excited. They had the babies in the building. Well, not in the building, outside. They be in the parade. We're gonna see how if they make it through the whole parade before they say, Miss Ty, my legs hurt.
I know,
I think
right?
they're gonna be fine. I think they're gonna be all
Let me
right. They're
see.
gonna be all right. Yeah, they be all
They
right.
gonna be they gonna be excited. They ain't even gonna realize it.
Yep.
Me, that's what I said too. That's what I said too. Before long, they be like, it's over already. Yeah,
Hmm.
very, very, very exciting. But listen, we don't have a long one for tonight, but we do have one that we want to talk about. Melvin been itching to talk about this subject for since it happened. But I was like, "Bang, it's a little too soon. Like, give it some time. Like, hold on." He was like, "No, now's the time." I was like, "Let it marinate a little bit." So we are talking about the slap heard around the world.
Chris,
Oh,
the Chris Rock joint?
Yes, we're talking about the slap heard around the world.
oh,
Now we were having some conversations about, and we actually saw I saw a video clip of a guy. He was saying how when it comes to us as women, we know our men, and that was something that Melvin also had pointed out. He was like he couldn't understand why Jada didn't say like, well, bae, because when our men get there, but it's something about our voices that can a lot of times kind of calm the beast a little bit. Now sometimes they just dead. It is what it is. But like I know Melvin, so there's a certain way he could get up or a certain way he'll move, and I'm like, oh shit, somebody in trouble, right? So
Me.
what are y'all opinions on that? Because like I said, we were in agreement on that like I felt like she should have said, listen, like, bae, 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 let's just go. Let's just
But
go.
that's kind of like a. Let me chime in first. It's like, all right. Let me give you my perspective. That's like a double-edged sword because you're talking about somebody embarrassing your wife in front of a massive crowd and national TV. So that's like a double embarrassment. So I'm saying, so. Now, are you gonna be man enough to let it slide, or look like you, or feel like, or maybe come off as you being a punk, or are you gonna stand up for your wife? Now, I ain't saying you should necessarily slap, but he should have most definitely pulled up on him and let it see how it escalated. Him, I think he should have like just let it see if it would have escalated. But I think he should have checked him like he did, but not that hard. But on national TV, the same way he carried her on national TV, Chris, the same way Chris
Mhm.
carried her, he should have carried him and checked him on national TV. But he didn't have to get physical first. He at least could have got up in his face or embarrassed him or be like, you know what I mean, just belittled him or something instead of just straight, you know what I mean, slapping him. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't really say I wouldn't have. But I know I would have done something too, though. I wouldn't have sat in my goddamn chair. I would have saw her face. I would have jumped up too. Hold up, like, hold up, hold up. Yeah, I'm at the house
Right.
now. I can cut the camera off.
Right. Okay, Sheree, what you thinking? What you think?
Um, I'm trying to think. I don't think it's been a time that we've encountered yet where I had to be like, babe, chill out, chill out, chill out. So I don't know how powerful, I guess, my voice is for in his ear. I know I can calm him down with certain stuff, but if he's in full rage mode, I guess you could say, like he was, I don't know. Now, you know me, I'm non-violent, non-violent. So I'm not going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, babe, like, where you going? What you doing? What's else? Or I would have stood up or something. I don't know. It's hard to say because when you're in the moment, it's
Yeah,
easy to be
yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
looking at it. Yeah, it's to be like, okay, but in the moment, you just kind of never know. I probably would have followed him up there or something, you know. Like,
Right.
what we doing? What we doing?
And I feel like too, he felt like he looked at his wife and was like, okay, she didn't really like that. But I also felt like he maybe reacted off of maybe feeling that she took it maybe even deeper than, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
And
know,
it's the
because there
past.
was no conversation that happened. It just, he kind of looked at her face and was like, and reacted. And, even when she was like, well, babe, what, and that was the other, that's the next part we're going to talk about is her part in after, like, that's a whole nother conversation.
She
But
that yeah.
like, but and there's, so it's two parts of it. So one part of it is, I felt like even after the fact, when she was very like, there was too much or whatever, like she just did, I felt like she didn't have his back. And I felt like if he was coming to defend your honor, even if, whatever that situation may be, if you felt like he did too much or you felt like it didn't have to go that far or whatever, I
That
still
I
felt
think
like,
that speaks volumes of their vows. Like I think they distance themselves from their original marriage vows. When they say for sickness and health, for rich and for poor, for better or for worse, that
yeah,
means me and you against the world, not only because of certain situations or certain
Yeah.
yeah,
circumstances. No, like I
Yeah. If
think even
anything,
though he was riding for her like that, she still should have rode for him, regardless of their marital or fidelities that they may have. They still should ride because at the end of the day, like having a like one situation and the next don't justify nothing. Just because they had little issues with the other little dude, that ain't
yeah,
got nothing for them to still not be riding for each other. Because if they
yeah,
not riding for each other and they not being faithful, they shouldn't even be together.
yeah, that's real.
yeah.
Right.
And
Especially
then
because
afterwards, she bashed him and threw him under the bus a few
Yeah.
times
That's why I'm
on
like,
social
from my
media. And I'm
thing
like,
is,
damn, she really carrying this nigga, making him look like
yeah, she should
you a
have
sucker.
checked him privately. But you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Public eye, yeah, I'm right beside him. Man, you ain't had to do all that. You ain't had to go there and smack him.
You know how many
You ain't
times
had
I
to,
had to do that with
you
this
ain't had
dude
to
right here?
smack his little
Now,
body like that.
in public, it is what it is. But
Get back at him.
behind the door, I'm like, wait, that was a little much. Like, probably next time let's back that back a little bit. but
right,
in public, we're united in front. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that was a big dynamic. And then I'll have to say, for me, as a performing artist, as a performer, I also looked at that as a moment of like, damn, Will, because that's a really bad look. And not that I'm all that concerned about, honestly, the Oscars, because for me, if I ain't saying I wouldn't ever want to get an Oscar or anything like that, but I am saying that, like, can I get an NAACP Image Award? Like, that's what I'm gonna be like, the award that's us in celebration. That's what I'd be like, real, right. Now, if I was to get me an Oscar, okay, come on, EGOT, come on, we there for it. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, just in case y'all don't know, Shout out to Jennifer Hudson because she got her one and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Right.
Maybe one day, but that was the other piece. It was like it's a really good look at for the artists for and then that whole cancel culture thing. Like, what do y'all feel about that? Like after everything happened, it was like Will's
That's
out.
a joke.
Like, wait a minute, dog. That's one moment. We ain't finna let that like totally mess up years of everything he did.
I mean, he don't.
But that's just how that's the whole the young society that we live in. They think for the moment and punish for the long term, and then eventually
Ooh, say that again, Gay.
they think
Say
for the
that
moment
again.
and punish for the long term.
Ooh, I like that. That was good.
So eventually it'll take something else for them to change their mind. It just take another current event or some dramatic or something crazy to change their mind. Because as soon as he put out something good or he do something heroic or do something that's non-related that they like, ooh, I like, they gonna be back on him. You can never take Fresh. Listen, he gonna always be Fresh Prince to me. Look, that last episode of Fresh Prince was classic. He will always be that person to me, and he can't change that unless he do some old Bill Cosby, R. Kelly shit. He gonna always be Fresh Prince to me.
Right.
I mean, he slapped the nigga, but he's still Fresh Prince to me. That was some fresh shit.
And my thing is, the dude he been in the spotlight since like 15. He's 50. He ain't did nothing the whole time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
After 40 years of doing nothing, y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh. And shout out to Will because he do got that new movie coming out on the Apple chain. He got a movie coming out called Emancipation. So we're gonna see how people support that jank because he do got a jank coming out. So he ain't canceled. He put on a little break. He went on a little sabbatical.
Too much money to cancel.
And he need to, take a break. Shoot, he been doing so much. He needs to sit down for a minute. He can. He can afford to sit down.
Where you gonna sit?
Yeah.
Where you gonna be at the crib?
By the crib, by the chair.
I would have been in that red table. He ain't trying to be in that red table.
Right.
Yeah, but I felt like that whole dynamic with them is, their whole dynamic is kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. Like they got, I don't know what that is, but I was like that was definitely some things that we talked about in regards to like how it was handled and the lack of support. Because I feel like again, when you're out with people or whatever, you have to. Oh, that's beautiful. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to El Paso.
Look at the dog park. I just had to show y'all our new dog park. We got a ping pong table and a pergola. We got a pergola.
Okay, pergola.
A pergola.
I'm sorry. I don't be paying attention to stuff too much. But that don't look nice.
That look nice. You know what? They did good.
Make me want to get a dog. Baby girl asked for a dog. I'm like, no. Every time she see a dog, she go crazy. I might get her a dog now. Look at the little dog park.
That's what's up. But yeah, that slap her around the world was definitely the topic of conversation for quite some time. And
shit, it keep coming up because somebody threw a can at something at a comedian.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Chris Rock just now talking about it. And when he did the apology, he tried to be like, F his apology. I'm like, dude, like, because now you getting on my nerves. Like, Will ain't getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves now. Because why are you talking about it months later? Why are you harping on it months later? Like,
because he ain't get his slap back.
I mean,
but that like, to be honest though, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I know a lot of people been thinking it. That slap woke up the whole Rock family because they was dwindling off. Tony Rock had something to talk about again. Chris got them, and he could get on stage and got them it, ad lib and throw off of that whole subject and then bring some new material. It woke everybody up. The whole Rock family was got them going to sleep. Bring them back to life.
Said, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
That slap did more than just hurt his pride. That slap woke him up. Woke the family up.
You're welcome. What can I say? Except
you gotta look at it. If you get paid for clicks and views and people going to look at your old shit, and it took a slap for people to go watch your old movies to get you paid again, or to like a picture or a post and you get paid for that, or watch a reel, man, his numbers went up for that slap. Believe it or not. He got paid in more ways than one.
Do you think Will, do you think Will would have slapped anybody, any comic, or you think he would have had that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it depends on the person though, because I think it would have been a certain people he wouldn't have slapped, but I believe if he feel like you a bitch ass nigga, he would have slapped you.
Yeah, because any other comedian would have known what time it was. When I just made a joke about your wife, you walking towards me. You gonna
Now,
shake my
now,
hand?
do I think he would have slapped D. Ray Davis? Hell no.
Oh hell no.
But
Aries
dude, he
Spears,
probably would
D-Ray
have
Davis,
slapped
none of them.
somebody small like Lil Duval or somebody like that, or one of them little dudes. But one of them big dudes that look like what's that big dude? Corey Holcomb,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh
He
yeah,
wouldn't have
he
slapped
ain't
somebody
hitting
like
that
that because
dude.
them dudes are of size and probably would have responded with some violence.
Yeah.
That dude.
They wouldn't have let him walk that far close to him.
And
Like,
then
what you
everybody
gotta
know
tell me
Chris.
private?
Everybody know Chris been
That
getting
look-
to that
that
bag
look-
for a minute. Chris been getting to that bag for a minute, so he kind
Oh
of
yeah.
he kind of bougie. He been getting to that $10 million money every time he step out for a minute. So that kind of
Yeah.
distance you away from your hoodness or your willingness to react.
So you think his spidey senses won't on? I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah,
His-
he lost his killer
spidey senses
instinct.
won't on.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
I'm like, you said a joke about his wife. What? Now the husband's walking towards you. What do you think he want to tell you? Man, you got her good. Like what?
He's
And
coming to give me a
remember-
handshake.
Yeah.
Remember, it wasn't the first time that they talked about it. He said he done talked about. 'Cause remember when she was trying to boycott the Oscars and he was talking shit about her then. So that's when he was like, so they already had a previous conversation. Like, I done told you keep my wife's name out your mouth, and now you to go back on the Oscars and talk some more stuff. So
The question should be what he should have done, or what people would have done other than the slap. Would you would have waited till after? Would you would have walked on stage and still said something so that everybody can see you on the stage? Would you would have just not spoke to him? Would you would have tried to boycott or cancel him? Like,
Right.
ain't no right or wrong way to
Yeah.
if you in a heated moment defending your wife, your soulmate, that's a whole level of something different.
Yeah, I definitely think that for one, like I said, I the whole slap, just you don't keep your hands to yourself, dog, because keep your hands to yourself, man. Like keep your hands to
I mean,
yourself.
I don't know.
You know what I'm
if I
saying?
would've been
But-
able to control.
But what to not go punch me in the face?
Yeah.
You having people talk about me?
Huh?
You having people talk about me? We don't
Nah,
do that. Like
it's a
people talk about me all the time.
it's
Like
a certain level though.
Tanya, and then
I'm
behind
like,
my back.
all right, don't joke about that, man. That ain't funny. Especially if I told you the line.
But
before,
you know what?
If I told you the line before and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway,"
But I see Melvin like letting having that joke happen, and I see Melvin being like, "Hey man," like when he said, "Keep my wife's name." I see Melvin doing that, and then like publicly, very loud, right? I'm gonna sit in my chair. Now if you happen to say something else, then he gonna get up. But I can see Melvin like
I was wondering what.
let me just interrupt this whole little thing and let you know, keep her name out your mouth, right? Yeah.
Because I wonder what is security.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of Will.
Because of their status. That's why their
Yeah,
security
they
was
never
like,
thought he would
they're
hit
both
him.
the
Like,
elite actors for the black community.
none of us never thought he would hit him. So you knew he was going up there. You know he probably be like,
I literally thought it was a sketch. I thought he was about
And
to go
that's
up there and
what
start doing something or saying something. I'm like, oh shit.
everybody
And
was
then
like,
the replay,
it's a
I had to watch it like 3 or 4 times. I was in now. I said, man, he slapped that nigga. That shit sounded too sound effect. Then I got them and saw that. They show his face in slow motion. How he. When I saw that jaw go like, I said, oh yeah, that was real. You know, they oh man, they did all the memes afterwards.
That's what happened too. People were kind of rewinding it back and playing it back because we were watching the people's reaction in the audience, like, and they were all like, "Oh, it's a skit. Oh, it's skit. Oh
Yeah,
shit,
Will
it's that.
can
It's
act.
serious. It's
Will
serious.
can act. He
Oh,
can't
no,
act
that was
that
serious,
good.
right?
He can't act that
It was
good.
serious.
That anger in his eyes when he walked back. Oh, that was real.
But check this out though. This would be
pimp
wild though.
work.
What if they come out like 2 years from now or a year from now, and be like, that shit was a whole goddamn sketch, and we got all y'all. Me and this dude been cool for
I
years.
don't think so. I think that day was real.
Yeah, I mean we
Real,
know,
start losing
but
them.
what if they did try to spin it off like that? I'd be like, really, dude?
Because I don't even think Chris would go along with it. Like to
It's
be
too
like,
late.
I think Chris be like, hell no, I ain't, no, that ain't what it was. That didn't hit me in my face.
I mean, he wouldn't have had no choice. He would have smacked them again.
Hey, he slapped him back into the dude from New Jack City. What was his name?
Pookie.
He slapped him back to being Pookie.
My thing was, how did he just continue to go on with the show?
He's that
We would have had to negotiate
Now,
my contract
that right
yeah.
there
and
is
said nothing about me getting smack.
Consummate professional.
His
I will say that. And the
professionalism
performing artist
afterwards,
is a
though, I
consummate
hats off to his
professional.
professionalism after that slap, though.
Like,
Cause ain't too
consummate
many
professional.
people, unless you. But listen though, how many bitch ass niggas you know get slapped and don't do nothing?
Yeah.
I
mean,
know
and I'm
quite a
saying that,
few.
like,
I know
I
some
said it
big
But you
because,
won't
dudes.
smack me
I got some
again.
cousins that's like 6'4", 6'5", that got slapped by little dudes and ain't do nothing.
yeah, and I say that
So
because, as a performer, I know how to be professional. But I'm saying that ain't nobody that hit me in my face finna just, oh, okay, I want to, so you can hear me clear. Don't ever walk up on our stage. Okay, I'm on. Okay, we at the park, on the in the theater. Don't never, cause she is gonna react. Okay, she's not gonna continue the show. The show is over at that point. Like, it's finna go down. P.S. Wink, wink. You've been warned. Hashtag. You've been warned.
Right.
Hashtag ain't going back and forth with you.
And I think he just
now,
was so
hold
shocked.
on. I got another angle we could talk about.
Okay.
What you think Chris Rock wife think of this nigga now? Nigga, you better not argue with. You can't argue
They
with
don't
your
argue
wife
in the house
ever
no more.
again. You can't argue with your wife ever again about the trash. Honey, you gonna take out the trash? And you ain't tell Will Smith that. Honey, you gonna do the dishes? You ain't tell Will Smith to do the dishes. You should have told that
Shut up
nigga
about
when he
Will Smith.
slapped your ass to do the
Say
dishes.
something else about Will Smith.
He's about to stop about Will. You
You know I got that nigga IG. I'm about to inbox. His wife gonna light his ass up if she a joke. If she joke like he joke, I mean he can't do nothing wrong no more because
He can't even
that's
sleep, yo.
oh. I mean, you
That's
gotta be a strong woman to stand beside your man if he gets publicly and nationally embarrassed. So you gotta be a
but
strong woman.
yeah, you are. I 100% think she's a strong woman, but I also think that, and again, this is me. I have to harp on the whole artist thing, right? Because the professional thing, you don't, and you also look at the night of what that means. You know, for those that the significance of what the Oscars is and means is for artists, and for you realize that you as a black man, if you react and y'all start two black men fighting on the biggest night in, you know, entertainment or whatever on stage is a extremely bad look. And I personally think, I'm not saying that I could do it.
We shouldn't let them
but
niggas
look,
do
I'm
it.
not saying that I could do it myself, but I am saying that's why I think Chris's head was that he was looking at the bigger picture of like two black dudes don't need to be fighting on daggone, you know, on the Oscars on national television.
But everybody gonna watch the Oscars next year. Who gonna smack who?
I mean, I think more. I believe it or not, I think more black people gonna tune in to see who is gonna host and how they gonna react, and are they gonna have a joke about the slap?
Yeah.
I think whoever do it, there's gonna be at least one joke about it. Because, like, let's clear the elephant out the room. Nobody hit nobody tonight. You know, one of them type jack.
Yeah. Don't worry, y'all. We got Will Smith in the back.
Make sure we got top flight security on deck.
Yeah, I'm about to say they shit. Will can't get in the building. They ain't let him back. They ain't gonna let him in the building. They be like, well, don't worry, Will is not here. You know.
Will gonna come in that jank costume.
No.
You might say we're gonna sit the Smith family in the back.
Yeah. We got a Smith walking.
That's a good question though. Like, good. You know, just kind of reflecting on situations, whether it be the woman or the man that goes through something difficult, and then that other person has to stick by that person. But in a situation where that person is like looking weak, and then you having to stick by your significant other, your spouse or whatever, like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's back to them vows. You know, if your wife will, you know, get humiliated, I mean, you got to be willing to ride for her. You know, everybody not a fighter. Everybody's not confrontational.
Right.
You know.
Because one other, when you were asking earlier about what other thing he could have maybe done, he could have maybe, well, like I said, one thing he could have said, keep my wife's name. I just yelled that in the middle of the show, like,
and that would have been a nice meme, and they would have talked about that for a long time.
Yeah. But also his
if
point
he
would have been
yelled that, then smacked them.
Nah, don't smack him at all. Don't smack him at all.
Yes.
Don't smack him at all. Don't smack him on camera at all.
Once you get off your seat, you gotta.
But the question
you gotta bust a move once you get up, because that's like, all right, it's time to fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
okay.
No, the question was, what should he have done instead of that? So stop talking about what he.
You know what? How about this? I just thought of something.
Instead of that.
I just thought of something. This would have been classy. Him and Jada got up and left out that motherfucker. Walked out there with their heads high and ain't talk about it. If they would have walked out there as a couple and not talked about it, they would have like, you know what? That's some classy shit. They standing up for alopecia. They standing up for love, black excellence. Boom. I'm not gonna sit in the front and let you humiliate me. We're gonna walk out this motherfucker. Fuck you and your awards.
Yeah, it'd have been like, yo, you didn't walk out on Cena when he was in your bedroom. Go ahead.
They're gonna be mean regardless.
I mean, it would have been jokes regardless. Any angle you look at it, they gonna find a joke out of it. They can make a meme out of anything.
Literally.
But yeah, that definitely would have been better, especially. But I don't know. Jada just be messing up some of the times, man, because she ain't even ride for the dude afterwards. She's talking about
fuck with him, man. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, she do not fuck with Will, man. They not married. They not married. They play married. They on that middle school marriage. We just got the same last name. We playing.
Yeah,
they ain't on no real.
To Tupac.
They probably sleep in separate beds and shit. Ain't no way in the hell I lay next beside you every night, every day. And what? I don't know, man. I got an old soul. My shit kind of different. I'm wired differently, but
no, that's good. I like that old soul wiring. When you and my sister get married. Oh. Comes conversation. Shout out. I'm just planting seeds out here. All this love going on. He talking all this good talk about togetherness and having each other backs and bows. I'm like, talk your shit, Gabe.
The crazy thing is, the funny thing is, we were just literally just talking about something similar or having each other back, kind of like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. Yeah. And I'm like, I had to correct her. I'm like, what the hell you think this is? I'm not doing this for my health. Yeah, like this shit's for long. Like shit. This is beyond an investment. This is a term. I got a policy out on you and me, goddammit. Shit. You on the emergency call, the next of kin, all that shit. Already. We in transition, goddammit.
I made the mistake and said and he got very offended. And I was like, I didn't mean it like that. But you know, you gotta
go ahead and put it out there. She talking about some when it come to bills. That's like, nigga, you think I'm working 2 jobs for my health? The other job is just for having fun. Like,
I didn't mean it. He got so offended, and I was like, "Hey, I'm real. I didn't mean it like that." But I've been saying that for a long time.
I even said that shit in the interview. They asked me in the interview, "Why do you need another job? Why do you want this job?" I got a family cruise. I got Christmas. I got holidays. I'm black and I'm poor. Why you thinking? Yeah, I need it.
Pick a number, okay?
Right.
Pick a number. I love it. All right, y'all got anything else to share about the slap heard around the world tonight? I think we hit a couple different angles tonight on this subject, and actually got a little deeper than I actually.
I mean,
that's good stuff.
Yeah,
you just gotta ask yourself, what if you want to ask yourself something? Actually, beyond. Because all of us ain't gonna never be on national TV. I ain't gonna say never, but it's a slim chance that we be on national TV. No, I'm saying I'm like national TV, winning awards and having our whole family being popular. It's slim. It can happen, right? But what will we actually do in that situation? Like, are we? Because a lot of people don't care about the backlash at the moment. Because I don't know too many black people who think about backlash when they mad. When you mad, you want to see red. It is what it is.
As a performer, I will understand the significance of that night, but as a person, I don't think I could have handled it as well as Chris did. Like, I really think I would have been fighting in the middle of the street. That would have been a really bad look. But I think in the moment, I would have not, like, my mind wouldn't have been on that. It'd have been like,
now, hold up. I just thought of something. Let's talk about what if Chris Rock would have responded.
He should have.
And slapped them back or pushed them back or punched them back.
It'd have been a real fight in the middle of the
They would have, security would have tackled both their ass and got them and canceled both of them. Oh, look at them niggas.
Yeah.
I told you.
To be real,
that's what them niggas on stage.
Because I think about consequences all the time. Like, my mind goes straight there. And so that's what me and him really kind of collide a little bit, but are good pair because that's where my mind goes. I'm thinking about what's going to happen afterwards. That's been me all my life. I ain't about to flip off the couch because I'm messing around and break my neck. Like that's just
He
been me.
mosquitoes, seriously. Hell out here, boy. Motherfuckers don't got no skill.
But when he see red, that ain't nobody worry about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
defending your honor. You know what I'm saying? So I just know it's like with me in that particular situation, that's where my mind gonna go, and I'm gonna make sure that my man is protected with everything, and that he not gonna do nothing that jeopardize. Because I don't need you going like you know, so you ain't want Will Smith just status. You going to jail. I don't need my
Yeah.
man in jail.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was the
And
whole
my
thing
and
with
my
Dame and
mind
I know.
is, shit. Long as you write me a letter and answer the phone, goddamn it, and know that I
Exactly.
did this for you.
No.
We said put that money on my boys. He said something. No, I put that money up at the
Shit.
damn kitchen table. You better be there eating.
See, look, I'm a excuse my language. I'm a whole nigga. I already know you slap a nigga. That ain't nothing but a simple assault. You get 6 months
Yep.
probation.
That's it.
Go to anger management.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, but true.
If your anger
shit.
management come, I don't know what took over me. I've never responded like that before. It was like I was watching myself do it.
This dude, he got a blueprint bag.
I got a blue. You know how you ain't got no license.
Oh
Please
boy,
pull
that's
I'm
from
say,
experience. You heard me?
for
Keep your hands to
real.
yourself. Keep your hands to yourself.
That's what's up. But again, thank y'all for joining us tonight for Couples Conversation. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Like, even though y'all in 2 different spots in Texas, but y'all tapping in with us. She's on her way back to you, Gabe. She's on her way back.
I'm coming, boo. I'm coming.
She in
I
a whole
know
nother
that's right.
time zone. Look, it's
I'm on my
6:30
way.
here. Look, it's 6:30 here, 5:30 where she 6:30 here, 7:30 where she at, and 8:30
And
where y'all
8:30
at.
where we at. Yep,
We
yep.
all across the map. We here though. We tapped in.
Let's go. Let's hit it. Look, global, national. Here you go now.
Right.
Yeah.
And mess around and get
I
us some
like that
sponsors and be
shirt though
taping
too,
our
Tanya.
get us some sponsors to be taping our Couples Conversation in Dubai or something. Ooh.
I like that shirt, Tanya. I like that shirt.
Well, when you super slayed, it just, I just want to, it is what it is when you super slayed. Okay, get into it.
One more
Okay.
time, get a look at Texas and the pergola.
Hey, look, pergola dog part. All right, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Y'all have a wonderful time, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for Couples Conversations. Couple Conversations.
We out.
We out. Peace.
Peace.